So I don't know if people remember on January 6th, some rowdy tourists kind of got lost in the Capitol, and some cops tried to help them.
I don't think they were rowdy at all. I think that they were like really like they were super excited, but they were really subdued.
Subdued, yeah.
Yeah, like when they stepped on the Capitol grounds, they were able to temper their excitement because of the reverence
Yeah.
of and just how important it was to show the proper respect. So that's why we saw live coverage of them all walking in very calmly, single file, into the
police
Capitol,
was smiling,
to shake hands with the representatives that have been doing their job satisfactorily for very, very many years since they get elected over and over and over and over and over again. So they just wanted to shake their hands and let them know how much they
look at the
appreciate it.
podiums, look at the statues, look at. So that's what happened January 6th, apparently, because
They wanted Pelosi's autograph.
Yeah, they wanted her
They
autograph.
took pictures with her in her office.
They were trying to chase down Mitt Romney. There was footage of him running for it.
Wait, what did you call him? Mitt what?
Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney. I'm sorry, it's fucked up.
I tried to keep this straight. It's like, what are you talking about? Gin rummy?
Mitt running. Mitt Romney was running. That's fucked up. I'm sorry, but I mean, I don't know.
I was trying to hold it together, and you made that impossible. So fuck you very much.
But we're gonna pull up. But instead of my opinion, we're gonna pretty much pull up the fucking lawyers for these gentle tourists that went in the Capitol. They have lawyers now because it was so gentle that happened. They have lawyers representing them, and some of them are still locked up. So a lot of them are using the Trump defense to come up again and again. That's the thing. We're on the Trump defense, aka white privilege, is going to let all these people who calmly went into the Capitol and shook hands with people and hugged some Capitol police so hard that 5 of them died.
Yeah, I mean, it was a real emotional hug because 2 of them died by their own hands.
Yeah,
I mean, they were so overwhelmed with all of the love and support that they decided that that was the day to go out.
I mean, it was horrible. So now, obviously, all of them being held accountable. They're trying to, I guess, in some ways, people just want to not look like they fucked up completely. So that's what's happening. I feel, to be honest.
Didn't a few of them extinguish the pain and the sorrow of one of them?
Yeah,
with a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, on camera, with different angles. So
they just wanted to cool him down forever.
Yeah. So now what's happening here, what they did was really crazy, but we have a situation where the Capitol, a lot of the people are in this assertion that before the actions, the words of the president, he would not have appeared in Washington, D.C. So everyone's blaming the president because of the president, the then president, the president. You see the president almost a bunch of times in this one sentence, pretty much.
The president presented and presided over the president, the presidential president.
That's what I'm saying. So the memo explains this order to keep. This is the shaman guy who ran with no shirt on and demanded organic food while he was locked up. Meanwhile, had people like Sandra Bland who mysteriously committed suicide in prison, locked up, but he got organic food.
I think he also demanded a copy of Akon's Locked Up.
So
I believe that was also granted.
So everyone is using this defense. I think it's about 400 people right now who are facing different kind of charges, and a lot of them are coming up with the Trump defense. Obviously, Shaman is the most viral character, but a lot of them are using this kind of Trump defense. So all of them are saying that
he looks like a Simpsons character. I'm not going to front.
Who, the Shaman?
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He definitely looks like something spawned out of the Simpsons.
So everyone's blaming Trump. Oh, it's Trump's fault why I went in there and endangered people's lives and stuff like that. It's his fault that I went in there started doing crazy stuff. I mean, even though he wasn't there, pointing at things. But blaming Trump for directing the defendant to take criminal actions, the public authority defense, in which the defendant points out that an authority figure had told him to commit a crime, is a legal long shot. So a lot of these people, so that means, I mean, the fact that, what does that mean if these people are using the most, lowest odds defense for their actions, saying that Trump did it, pretty much.
Well, I mean, Trump was able to get away with it, though, right? I mean,
Why can I get away with it? That was what.
Think about it. When you're talking about what's going on the so-called infighting on the GOP side,
Yeah.
They don't want to do anything that may be construed as disloyal to Donald John Trump, right?
Yeah.
So, what about some of these judges, some of these prosecutors even, who maybe they don't want to prosecute these or adjudicate these cases to the best of their ability because it might be seen as being disloyal to Trump. Because some of these judges were appointed by Trump's administration.
Yeah.
And Trump signed off on their judgeships. So what if we end up seeing a lot of people get off using the Trump defense with officials who don't want to be seen as doing anything that is disloyal to Trump? I mean, look at what happened to Liz Cheney. Despite many of her beliefs that may not be reasonable, they still got her up out of there simply because she doesn't believe in a blatant lie that he said over a microphone. So imagine, seeing these people who have done blatant crimes on TV.
Yeah, live.
And you've already heard politicians, more than one, try to insinuate that it was a peaceful encounter that resulted in no damage and no injuries and no deaths. Like they're like, I don't know, man. It's some weird. It feels like the future is now. Some weird dystopian future where you got people with a straight face that get paid $200,000 a year and will get that for the rest of their lives. And then they lie directly in your face as if the whole country wasn't watching. Well, even Fox News had cameras.
And they weren't, and like
everywhere on the 6th
particular
of
politicians
January.
weren't there, barricaded by their security. The same politicians who were barricaded with armed security are the same ones saying, "Oh, nothing happened that day." I mean, it's like it's outrageous.
Yeah, I was not scared for my life, and hiding underneath chairs.
And that's what's happening. That's what a lot of the prosecutors, if they can convince prosecutors to arrange a plea deal, containing less charges, and earn the sympathy of judges. So that's the thing. They know out there, a lot of Trump judges out there. That's the thing. They know that. So, and that's what's wild about this situation. So that's why
I fully expect some of the people to walk in front of the judge and to say, "Judge, Your Honor, come on, stop the steal with me. Stop the steal." Bang the gavel. I'm dismissing the charges.
and it gets deeper. Like we have defendants who are like really working really hard to lower, because they know there's a lot of camera footage. Like some charges are going to stick, but at the same time, they go on the lowest common denominator. They're blaming mental health issues. They're blaming mental conditions like Asperger's syndrome for the reason why he will go in there. And like,
yeah, I blame the bacon cheeseburger.
So like they're saying crazy stuff. Like this is quoted by Talking Point Memo, the lawyer for the Q shaman, who says pretty much a lot of these defendants, and I'm going to use this colloquial term, perhaps disrespectfully, are all fucking short bus people. So this is what he just said about his own defendant. So a fucking short bus person. So isn't that wild? That I can't imagine my lawyer like going out in the press saying, "You know what? I'm representing a fucking idiot. He's a fucking clown. He's a fucking dumbass." And it goes even further. But they're our brothers and our sisters, our neighbors, our coworkers, and they're part of our country. They aren't bad people. They don't have prior criminal history. Fuck. subjected to 4+ years of goddamn propaganda, the likes of which the world has not seen since fucking Hitler, and then uses a Hitler reference.
It'd be really funny if
The lazy Hitler reference.
Yeah, it'd be funny. I mean, I don't think the reference is that lazy because the response is just as cultish. So I see the connection. But imagine if, because the defense attorneys are paid to give the very best defense to make sure that their client gets the best outcome.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if this ends up working against Donald Trump, where you have lawyers who are doing their best, their very, very darndest best for their client. And then you see a bunch of these defense attorneys saying, well, Hitler, Mussolini, they start evoking some of the horrible names of yesteryear and then linking it to him. And then you have this stuff on the record. That's not good for Donald Trump.
Trump's falling asleep among conf next to his pillow and shit. I mean, this is like, they even coined the term foxitis. Isn't that crazy? He has foxitis. That's why he went in there and like a whole bunch of police officers almost died. So, because he has foxitis.
That's kind of, I'm sorry, that's a little funny. Like I picture what I feel like when I eat a little bit too much.
Foxitis.
And yeah, like I think, like wow, like sometimes like I feel like a little bit too relaxed when I eat too much food, and they feel a little bit too stupid when they watch a little bit too much Fox News. Okay. I don't know. I tried to stitch that together. I don't think it worked. I'm sorry.
The foxitis. So
you guys in the comments, let us know if I was able to successfully stretch Armstrong and the shit out of that premise.
So this is wild right now. We're watching in real time, like you said, Dr. Virginius. People might get away with almost killing a bunch of politicians, and because we saw footage with people with zip ties. We saw people with firearms. We also learning more that there was a lot of planning. It wasn't this. Some people were actually planning to do some stuff, but there was so many people who didn't know what the fuck was going on that kind of fucked that up for them. So
well, the zip ties were there so that they could strengthen the barriers to keep people from doing damage to.
The zip ties were there to make those new cool. Remember back in the day, they make those keychain things.
Oh yeah, the lanyard stuff. Oh yeah, I made a lot of those.
Yeah, that's what the zip ties were for. That's what I think they were for. Do it for the politicians, then color them yourself.
Yeah, red, white, and blue. These colors never run.
So
I mean, they ran into the Capitol, but
they walked out with shit too. Like they walked out with laptops and files, and then try to sell a laptop to Russia, and she got out of jail too. That same lady who did that. So
no, there's got to be a good reason. There's got to be a good reason for what she did.
Sell a laptop to Russia?
No, I mean, I think that. Oh, I know. It was she got it out of the gift shop as a souvenir.
Let's leave it at that. Yeah, I guess that's the history now. We leave it at that. So this is Black Power Magic Hour on Twitter, YouTube, and Discord, and then follow Dr. Virginius. He's live on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Twitch, and that's politics as usual for some reason.